Peace and blessings. Namaste, everybody. How are we doing today? Taking over small countries, changing big minds. I want to go over some very simple things that you can do to deprogram yourself from what we call the algorithm. We use this word very frequently, the algorithm. The algorithm that gives you feedback on how you interact with the system in and of itself. So when we blame things on the algorithm, maybe we're blaming things on how we interact with the system. The more that we understand how these systems interact with our nervous system, our lymphatic system, our metaphysical system, our spiritual systems, the more that we are able to control how we see reality. A lot of us don't understand the power of our minds because we give it away. We give our power away to these systems that give us stimuli. We don't have the tools and the techniques to recenter, open our third eye, get us realigned with the things that we need. If we're not engaged in some stimulating conversation, if it's woo, if it's not tapping into you, then you don't want to see it on these screens. There's a reason for that. The programming of these algorithms create a certain type of need for you to be stimulated in ways that are not natural to your being. A lot of us are not aware of the energetic fields that we have inside of our bodies right now. If you just sit still, you place your palms on your lap, relax every muscle that you can. I'm going to show you something. We're going to reprogram how this whole system has been tuning us into an illusion. This is the true method of escaping the matrix. And if you're ready, let's do it. Sit down. Just sit down. Put your hands on your lap. Sit down. Put your hands on your lap. Sit up straight. Close your eyes. Count your toes. Start from the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the big toe. Now that you've got awareness in your feet, you've got awareness that you are grounded to a grounding station. Now what we're going to do is reprogram our breathing. See, the algorithm takes away a lot of things that you're not aware of. You have to be aware of what you're being robbed of so that you can get it back. Does that make sense? Now that you have your hands on your thighs and you have your feet planted on the ground, you don't have your socks on, you don't have your shoes on, you're sitting. We're just being. The power of being in the present, the power of being in the moment, the power of being is power. When you understand that you have power in just being, not being triggered, not allowing your mind to go one place, the other place, allowing your eyes to twitch, be. Be still. Be. Be relaxed. Be. Be tuned. Be aligned. Remember, the way to get your power back is to understand where your power is. So we're sitting. We're just sitting. We have our feet on the ground. We can count each one of our toes from the outside to the inside. And we're not worried, concerned, or thinking about anything else. The objective is to reclaim your power by reclaiming your breath. So we're going to do something that the algorithm knows that when it understands that you're getting your power back, it lets go of the talons it has inside of your mind. So let's try something really quick. Actually, it's not going to be quick. We're going to take our time. We're going to put our fingers and our hands on our thighs. I said fingers before our hands because your fingers, you should feel the tips of your fingers. You should feel the tips of your fingers and your palms on your thighs. Once you've done that, you close your eyes. Now relax. Simply relax. Feel your shoulders up. Exhale. Sink them down. Inhale, bring your shoulders up. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, bring your shoulders up. One more time. Hold it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Sink your shoulders down. Before you inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it 4 seconds. Relax, but just hold it. 1, 2. Exhale 4 seconds. Are you getting your power back? Is this simple instruction helping you to realign where your power was? At the end of the day, you need to understand that you have been engaged in certain types of verbal warfare, technological warfare. And warfare is not necessarily bad. You just need to understand that there is a way to regain your power. You don't have to get complicated. You don't have to sit this way and do that way. Sit down. Relax your shoulders. Count your toes. Relax your shoulders and breathe. That's all it takes. Just breathe. Just breathe. As you start to get your breath in alignment with your vibration, what you're going to start understanding is you're in more control than anything else around you. You'll see that when you focus long enough and your eyes don't twitch, I'm getting closer, you can see that the eyes don't twitch. A lot of you have to breathe. That's the way you detox and take away the viruses from your system. I'm listening to 432 hertz frequency music. There's no specific person or brand. It's just 432 that realigns, decalcifies your pineal gland. The more you're stimulated, the more you... That's the algorithm. It's not you. You're not crazy. You're actually perfectly sane. This is your message. You're not crazy. You just have to learn the secrets, the keys, the locks, understanding that you can reset, recalibrate at any given time. Just breathe. I'm glad I could share these 10 minutes with you. If anybody has any metaphysical questions, any questions about meditation, decalcifying your pineal gland, gaining your power back, no technical questions, no security things. If you have any questions about diet, meditation, decalcifying, alignment, breath, please present them. If not, it's been a wonderful engagement with you. This journey today that you've seen me on has been one roller coaster, but every day you are all going on your own roller coasters. You're up and down with the boss, with the wife, with the husband, with the children, and you're not allowing yourself to center. When you allow yourself to come back to center, you really get to engage. Thank you so much for that wonderful... Thank you, Trey Warfare. Listen, your ability to modulate your energy is power. Touching your inner self, your third eye, is power. In the rising, before I get on these tunes, before I get on these lives, I meditate. I do Tai Chi. I center. The power that you see coming through the speakers, that's all performance. It's showing you so that I can pull you in from the algorithmic net that has been engaging you so that you can see that you have the power yourself. I understand that. How do we regulate our nervous system? Through the breath. The first thing, so the question is, how do we regulate our nervous system? Thank you for the please and the thank you. I appreciate, excuse me, I appreciate that. So, sound. We have to be very aware about what we allow inside of our orifices. Females, more specifically, because you have more orifices than we do from an energetic and metaphysical perspective. What you allow in your eyes, nose, mouth, ears, and other places, that dictates what you get out of your mind, your mouth, your actions, and intention. So when it comes to reprogramming or setting your nervous system, what you can do is sit and breathe. The 4-second inhale, I like to do 10-second inhales, 10-second holds, and 10-second exhales. Why? The closer you get to that tingling feeling where you feel like there's stress and you have to let go and you actually relax, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to show you. That's when you're really recalibrating your nervous system. A lot of you are already tuned into this. That excites you because your brain has already been programmed with all of these tunings and all of these algorithms to alert you, put you in a fight or flight mode. I need to see, I need to be alert. No, we need to reset that. So the way that we reset that is getting into a breathing movement synchronicity. Sitting down, allowing your body to touch the ground. Getting out in nature is number one. Putting your feet on the ground. And then we inhale. 10 seconds. Let's do it together. Are you ready to do it together? We're going to inhale. We're going to try. And if you can't, don't breathe out of your chest. Try to breathe out of your stomach, your diaphragm. Your lungs work in this way. Does that make sense? So what we're going to do is going to do a 10-second inhale. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Then we're going to exhale for 10 seconds. This is how you get rid of anxiety. This is how you get rid of nervousness. This is how you get rid of, I need to be seen. I need all of these things where you're not even, it's not you. I just want to make sound. I just want to do this. No. That's not you. That's the algorithm. That's why when you judge people and you say, oh, that person's aggravating or that person just wants attention. No, you're not judging them. You're judging first yourself of your inability to observe the person in front of you and what they're going through, what possessions they may have. So what we're doing today is we're going to touch ourselves. We're going to touch ourselves in a way that's going to feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to guide you through it to allow you to see how much power you have when you relax. So I want you to relax first. I want you to sit down, don't stand up, turn off the TV, turn off that loud sound, turn off the whatever stimulation. If all you can hear is just this 432 and maybe my voice, that's ideal. If you can just be at peace with some 432 and my voice right now, we're going to guide you into getting rid of anxiety. We're going to guide you into letting go of what happened yesterday. We're going to guide you into letting go of that divorce. We're going to let you go into your present. We call it the present because it's a gift, but a lot of you don't even know where it is. Anxiety is only you thinking forward. You're thinking about what's going to happen, if it could happen, why it's going to happen, all those things that don't even exist. They're not even real. So we're going to take our power back right now. We're going to sit down. And first, we're going to become very aware. Let's get aware. What's aware mean? Close your eyes. Sit down. Relax. Don't worry about where your hands should be, your feet should be, your thighs should be. Just focus on the top of your head. Let's go to your forehead. What we're doing is we're scanning. I'm scanning all of the muscles around the top of my head. You can see the visual of what I'm performing here. We're not doing the breath yet. I'm scanning for the stress. Are my eyebrows tensed? Are my eyes tense? Is my nose or the muscles around my nose tense? Is my nose flared? And if they are, I'm relaxing it. I'm figuring out through breath. And if you can't figure out how to relax it and you have a knot, let me show you how to release it. Hold your breath. Simple as that. Hold your breath until your body and your nervous system has no other option but to focus on that muscle. And when you think like you need to breathe, I assure you it will relax. I guarantee it. All right? So let's start at the top of the head again. And we're going to find those tensions. We're going to find out where it is. Inhale and exhale at the same time. I'm going down from my eyes. I'm going through my nose. I'm feeling my mouth. Is it relaxed? Are my cheeks relaxed? Is my face relaxed? Is my ears relaxed? Oh, is my neck relaxed? If you want to touch yourself, that's fine. You're looking for the pain. You're looking for the stress. You're looking for the places where you're holding all that tension. Now, your shoulders, where a lot of females and a lot of adult males, they carry a lot of their weight in their shoulders. You're going to have to relax that. You can watch me relax mine in the way you want to. You can do your own movements, bring it up, and then bring it down. And let your hands drop to the side of your chair, whatever you're sitting, and relax it. Imagine that you have weights on the edge of your fingers and they're pulling down. Relax your shoulders. Get that tension out of your shoulders. It's not that serious. None of that is that serious. None of this is that serious. All right? Now that we have our shoulders relaxed, we're going to feel our clavicles. We're going to feel our solar plexus. Are we holding tension there? Is there something that we're holding on to? If not, we're going to let it go. Remember, the way that you let it go is by breathing slowly and deeply. And if you can't let a muscle relax itself, hold your breath. Relax your breath in such a way that you can hold it without tension or focus on what's going to happen in some other moment. You're focusing only on now. Now that we've gone from our solar plexus, we're going to go into our stomachs. We're going to feel those wonderful 12-pack abs that we have manifesting or not. And we're going to let go of all those muscles that we've been tightening up and holding in our gut because somebody said something. And we want to hold in our gut. That's where we hold a lot of our stress and our internal traumas. And we hold in our gut. We have to release that. So touch yourself. Touch your stomach. See if there's any places that you can let go. All right? Now, we're going to do the same thing for our butts, our thighs. We're going to find that stress and relax the toes. When you get it down to your toes and you're fully relaxed, this is how you hold your breath longer. Are we ready? Are we all ready? Here we go. We're going to inhale. I'm going to count on the inhales on every increment. I want you to try to go as far as you can. Here's what's going to happen. If you've been watching social media all day, what's going to happen is you're going to have a thought. You're going to have an idea. You're going to have a jolt, and that thought's going to cause a reaction inside of your body. I want you to come back to this place that you are in right now when you realize that. It's okay. It's supposed to happen. The only way that you can take your power back is to identify what's taking your power from you. It's okay. This is a part of the plan. So now that you know where your center is, I want you to relax your shoulders, relax all your muscles, and we're going to do this together. We're going to put the tips of our tongue behind the back of our teeth like so. Relaxed, relaxed. This is charging and aligning your circuitry in your mind and your nervous system, believe it or not. Now you're going to close your mouth gently, not gently. And we're going to inhale. I'm going to count. We're going to inhale 10 seconds. We're going to hold it at the top for 10 seconds. And when you feel like you can't hold it any longer, I want you to remember the only reason you can't is because there's a stressor in your body. Let it go before you exhale. I assure you, you can. Let's go together. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it 10 seconds. Release. 1. If you could follow that, let's do it again. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Let it go. How do you feel? How do you feel? That's just 2 breaths. You took 2 real breaths and you started to identify the triggers. You started to identify the stressors. You started to feel those elements of, I can't hold it. But when you felt that stress, you said to yourself, let it go. I am assets. That was for you. That was for you. Do this by yourself. Don't tell people that you're doing it. Don't tell people, I'm about to go find and reset my nervous system, because as soon as you give your plans away, the insecurities, the other algorithmic programming, and other people want to take it from you. It's my pleasure. I am assets. It's my pleasure. This is how you reset. If you do this alone every day, when you first wake up and you do it before you go to sleep, I promise you, your whole life will change. I promise you that. Does that make sense? This is one of the core secrets of just resetting. Capture your breath. Excuse me. Capture your breath. It's that simple. Are there any questions before we depart from this wonderful journey? This has been a wonderful engagement. I feel so light. Thank you for this lesson. You're welcome. My pleasure. I am gratitude. Yes, I am grateful as well. Thank you. Thank you, Big Pasha. Thank you. Thank you, Abundant Stories. Thank you. Namaste. Do we have any questions? You're welcome. You're welcome, Sentiment. You're welcome. Now, I want to teach you something or share with you. I'm not going to teach you anything. I'm going to share with you something. What you are able to restrain from, whether that's engaging with other people sensually, whether that's engaging with people on a verbal level, if you can restrain and get in tune before you engage life, you have more of a chance of escaping or not being manipulated by the systems that are around us. So these disciplines can include sex, by not having it or not releasing it, not eating sugars, not drinking too much not drinking alcohol at all, not eating pork or meat in general. There are elements that you can start to restrain and restrict yourself from engaging that a lot of these algorithms want you to consume. Does that make sense? All right, Jordan Stevens wants to come on stage, but I think that's an accident. Jordan Stevens, do you want to come on stage and talk about metaphysical meditation and consciousness, or do you want to have a conversation about security? Because we're not talking about security right now. We have to understand that we're on this roll of life. We have to put on different performances. As soon as you get attached to the performance, if you look at me as, oh, he's always security. No, I'm a meditative being. I know how to engage you. I know how to engage the people that need to see that you can be in chains and confines electronically before you free yourself from these systems. That is what I know. This is me. Well, everything is me. Namaste. Thank you so much. Jordan Stevens, pleasure. Well, we're in a meditative place right now. Fasting also helps. Intermittent fasting, perpetual fasting, it's about the discipline. Now, fasting helps with a lot of other things, but this is Palo Santo, by the way. I need a new stick. Obviously, I need to go get some more Palo Santo and some more sage, but you're not always with. So we're going to bless this space, bless this place. We're going to keep it flowing. I snap my fingers. How do you get your course for free? I believe there's a better way to construct sentences. When you construct a sentence and start with how do you do it for free, it's almost the implication I'm not taking it anywhere. It's saying I'd rather not give you any currency and transact with you. I just want to take from you. And in that case, we don't have anything for free. Everything costs. It's going to cost you your time. It's going to cost you your energy. In our school environment, we have 111 different schools, different options and different courses, but you can pay monthly subscriptions or you can actually do work. I require you to do something where you have to show me proof that you went out and did your push-ups. You have to show me proof that you went out and spoke positivity to somebody, that you have to show me proof before I unlock a lesson. I don't charge money for anything, everything. I charge currency. Nothing is free in this world. Nothing. It's all transactional. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to do to make yourself better? That's what this is about. So when people ask you, what can I get for free? That shows you the mindset that they're thinking in. We don't judge it. We don't criticize it or critique it. We just know from which they're speaking. Everything has a cost, especially with Black Alchemy. I'm going to charge you to be better. Charging. I'm going to give you energy. I'm going to charge you to be better in everything that you do, whether that is doing more meditations. I don't have any transactional currency at the moment. Okay, well, show me a video of you meditating for 10 minutes in hyperlapse. That's what Buds is about. Buds is about showing people that, listen, you don't have $11? Okay, where are you going to do work? If you want to get access to free, I'm saying it now. Free. If you want not to transact with currency and fiat, you have to send me a video on my Threema every day for a week before 5 o'clock my time of you doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats and making your bed consecutively. And every time you miss, you got to start over. That's how it works. That's so much I have to do. We'll come up with $11. It's not about your money. It's about your energy. What are you willing to transact with? Nothing's free. My time's not free. My energy is not free. You're paying me. I've got 8 on this side, and I've got 8 over here. I've got 3 8s, triple eights. I charge current. See? Yes. We are not talking about anything except peace, love, positivity, and light. That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about how to realign yourself, deprogram yourself from the algorithm. You have to put forth more than effort. I need intention. Yes. Does that make sense? Yes. I have to remove you, Jordan Stevenson, because you're being a distraction. So you have to understand when to put your foot down. You have to understand when you have to establish your own value. A lot of you give your value away without understanding what power you have in it. That's why we have to meditate. That's why we have to stay centered. That's why we have to correct things that are incorrect, whether it's communicative, voice, how people speak to you. A lot of people are speaking out of energy that doesn't align with who you are. And you just have to, I'm in the present. I'm not even paying that attention. I'm in the present. So you get into your breathing. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody want to get on stage and have a meditative session or a metaphysical conversation? If not, this has been a wonderful interaction. Again, we're listening to 432. We've learned how to deprogram ourselves from the matrix, from the algorithm. We're detoxifying. We're removing the calcium from our pineal gland. And it just feels good to be alive. It feels good to be in this space. I'm so grateful and so appreciative of everything that I have in my life. I'm so appreciative that that was then and this is now. I'm so appreciative that I have the ability to stick in the present. I am so in the moment. Aren't you? Aren't you grateful that you're not thinking about what happened yesterday in this moment right now? You're not thinking about tomorrow. You're not thinking about what happened yesterday. You're thinking about now. Isn't it a blessing? And you have the right to disagree, know the unknown. So somebody is disagreeing that nothing is free. The one thing that is free is love. Love is free. Yes, I love freely as well. But love has a transaction. But there's no reason for us to go up and down on that. I appreciate you disagreeing. So let's move on. What do you think about the people that don't take action in life? Now we use please and thank you if we want a question. I appreciate your existence, Big Posture. I appreciate everybody. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Peace and blessings. So, I appreciate the moments. I appreciate being in the present, having the opportunity to see the present. Some of us don't have that opportunity. Some of us don't have that ability because we're so caught up with these words that people give us anxiety. I'm frustrated. I'm going through these things. You're not. You're choosing words to define how you're interacting. I transact. And even to a certain point, I transact. I don't necessarily even love freely. I'm working on that personally. I believe that love is the ether, it's a part of the ether. Born disagrees to disagree. No, I disagree to understand that we're not all meant to agree with one another. That's the whole mentality of everybody's a winner. I don't believe that. I believe that you have to transact. In order to find love, I understand the law of polarity. I understand that there is a polarity, polar opposite. There's an opposite to everything. And when you mind love, when you mind prosperity, when you mind these things, you live in a different vibration, and that's okay. We don't have to agree. I'm okay with that. When we communicate here in the tribe, we speak with please and thank you. I appreciate being alive. Yes, yes. That's what happens. As we lose one, we gain more appreciation for the present that we're in because we understand the message. Sometimes it takes the loss of things for us to get the lesson of what it meant. When I lost my mother, I had to realize, I'm like, oh, shoot, it was so powerful when she was here. You know, when you lose, you're really gaining when you're understanding the laws of polarity. There are laws here. There are no rules, but there are laws. Laws that you can't escape. The law of polarity, the law of exchange, the law of correspondence. All these laws, they exist whether or not you believe in them or not. So I am feeling the energy. I'm feeling the love. I thank you for everybody that's in here. Somebody asked, what did I do to create or momentum? I'm paraphrasing. What did I do to create the momentum of the meditative arts of alchemy, if you will? I started. I asked. I was at a point in my life 7 years ago when I had reached a place where I felt as if there was no place else for me to go. I was I just didn't feel like I was touching life. So I prayed. Back then, I was leaving Christianity. I ultimately, as you get into alchemy, you leave religions all in general because you understand what they are. So when I prayed, I said, listen, I want the truth. Give me the truth. And the next day, I swear, I got an answer from an alchemist. And I went on a journey for 4 years, living out in the woods and living in the desert. And I went, years in the woods and the desert. Does that make sense? And in that desert, I found myself. I found who I really was. I found what I didn't need. I found out what I really needed. I found out all the things. I found out, most importantly, what I found out in that desert for 4 years. While everybody was going through COVID, I was living out of my backseat of my car, driving up and down the United States. Some days I didn't have enough money to eat. Some days it was it was crazy. But I realized my ego was what attached me to the money. It was these little things that were, oh, these are small things. And what I also learned is how powerful you can be alone. Because I started to run into different people. Whenever I had asking questions, I would get answers from the universe. I would meditate much longer. I would sit outside on the beach and just meditate. And I'd see dolphins, I'd see whales, I'd see all of the answers. And that's when I got the ultimate answer. 4 years ago is when I got the ultimate answer in my life. And I wish this answer for everybody in this room. I wish this answer for the one answer I got in those days in the desert on the beach was this. We all have a purpose, and I got my purpose. I got my papers. The universe handed me my papers in a meditation. It's like, you have to go show the people how you do this. You have to show the people how to be free. You have to show the people how you live. You have to show the people, not through social media antics and performances. Show them. And I said, I don't want to show people. They don't even listen. Yet, here I am. Here I am, showing the people. That's why back then, 4 years ago, I had 100 followers, 200 followers. Now there's 444,000 of you. 444,000 followers. 1.5 million people. That means that we are, the collective is, better words. We are 2 degrees of separation from everybody in the United States with this account. You know how powerful that is? No ego. No ego. It's saying when you go out in your own wilderness, when you go out in your own disappearance and you go touch yourself metaphysically, when you go take off all the old ideas and egotistical conceptions of who you're supposed to be and take off all of that and you say, I'm just going to trust the universe. I'm going to trust my energy, my intention. I'm going to be precise and decisive with my words. I'm going to walk with intention. The universe opens up doors, man. So I wish that for everybody. I wish everybody in this room gets an access to their intention, to their purpose, to why they came here. We all signed a contract. Before we came to the golden gates of our mother, we signed a contract. Does that make sense? I want you to understand that when you sign that contract, you sign a contract to do something. To do something. What you came here for a reason. You didn't come here to be a wife. You didn't come here to be a mother. You came here for a reason. There energetic transference of what you came here to do. There is a reason. And if you don't know it, if you don't wake up saying, I know exactly what I have to do today. Well, it's not that you necessarily need to know exactly what you're going to do by the moment. Because sometimes I wake up and I don't know anything about what I'm going to do. But I know what my purpose is. Am I going to make videos? Am I going to organize the videos? Am I going to do what I don't want to do, which is organize and create the classroom experience? Trust me. I don't like making it. I like making the videos. I don't like doing the work behind the scenes. But when you're in your purpose, I'm not worried about with Susan in accounting. There is no accounting. I'm the accounting. I'm not worried about a job. When you get your purpose, the universe removes all the illusions and obstacles out your way, but you do have to jump. And a lot of people are afraid of jumping. Rightfully so. You're jumping off of a cliff that you've been attached to. It's the Matrix. When the Matrix in the movie, when he was unplugged, here's what really happened. In real life, what happens when you unplug, you literally have to go away. You have to disconnect yourself from the illusion. even the people that are in the matrix. Come with me. You should come with me. No, they're not going to come with you. They're not even going to speak your language. They're not going to speak your language. Does that make sense? So you can't ask them to come with you on a journey to disconnect and jump and be on your journey with you, because there's two different contracts. Your girlfriend, your husband, y'all signed two different contracts. It's not that I don't agree with any of that companionship. I love companionship. But when you are codependent upon companionship to exist in this world, you're robbing yourself of your true potential. You should be whole and your partner should be whole so that you can create a third whole. I personally believe that we came in here alone, we're going to leave alone. That's what I believe. And I know it to be true. And that doesn't mean I don't enjoy companionship. Of course I enjoy companionship. Shit. But I can live without it. If y'all been watching my account, I can live. Me, my angels, you see them? I live like this. So that you can see through the reflections of these screens that you can do it too. There's nothing special about me other than I made a choice. I decided to jump. And all of the information, how do I eat? What do I breathe? All of these things just came into me from other people. Hey, you need to learn how to eat. You need to learn how to be a vegan. Learn how to do this. Learn all these different things. And it just came. And it will arrive if you trust. We are all one. A lot of us, I've never seen City of Angels. So when all of us understands that when you sign that contract, you came here to do it. And you may not see the resources that you have in front of you because you're attached to different toxins. A lot of us are codependent upon toxins. I need this girlfriend. I need this food. I need to have this car. I need to have this kind of look. I need to make sure that Susie looks like. No. Those are toxins that are taken away from your purpose. When you are able to go and just disappear and say, you know what? I don't need any of this. There's a book, and a lot of people read it. I have read it. It's called the Bible. And in this book, I don't read that book any longer. But there's a book. And there's a chapter in that book that talks about this guy. And this guy that was very famous made a comment about this word called faith. And I'm going to share with you how powerful this word called faith is. Faith, the evidence of things hoped for, the evidence, like, listen to that sentence. The evidence of things hoped for and the believance in things not seen. What? So the evidence, you have evidence. Faith is so strong that when you put forth so much energy in having faith that everything's going to be all right. I'm going to walk this way. The universe is going to provide. My energy is going to create currency. When you have faith, the evidence of things hoped for and the believance of things not seen, you can literally move mountains. You can literally cross any obstacle. You will receive blessings from the sky. Literally, they will come out of the sky if you have enough faith. And what is faith? Faith is, I know I'm going to be all right. Not, I think I'm going to be all right a lot, but maybe I'm not going to be all right. No. You can't even have that 2% in the back. You got to slowly start directing your energetic intention to manifesting the confidence and the assurance that when you jump, you're going to fly. There is no other option but flight. When you move in that space of flight and everything that you do, the universe opens up so many opportunities for you. When you have faith in yourself. I don't want to believe in my husband. Believe in yourself first. Believe in yourself first. Everybody. Have faith in yourself. Understand that when you came here, you signed a contract, and when you signed that contract in the fine print, just like when you sign away your power in these apps and you're signing away, oh, I want you to give me a certain app. When you're watching a movie and you're like, I want to sign away my attention to this movie for a little bit. When you sign your dotted lines on your purpose, it said in dotted line, it says, all that you wish and ask for in the intention and direction of this purpose, you will be provided for. Period. It says that. You just have to have the faith. You have to disattach from the illusion. You have to disattach from, oh, what does Tom think? What does she say? What did they say? You got to disattach from those illusions for you to get the gifts that your purpose comes equipped with. Does that make sense? Does that make sense at all, anybody? I want to make sure that y'all are understanding the power of having faith when you walk in your purpose. And when you walk in faith, and you can't walk in faith looking to the side at what Susie and Brian are doing. You can't do that. You have to look at faith and say, I'm going to go this way and look at myself in this direction, in this focus. And you can't race against anybody else because time is an illusion. Time is a construct of measurement that each individual has on their own measurement based off of how they interact with their reality. Do you want me to say that again? Time is a construct that is different for every individual based on how they interact with reality. You want an example of that? If you do mushrooms, if you do any stimulant, caffeine, when you experience life, your time is running by faster than when somebody who's not doing those drugs or those outside stimulation situations. Does that make sense? I really want you to understand how you interact with your reality is also based off of the time that you spend where? In the present. That's why I don't really like to engage with people without interrupting them when they start talking about things that haven't happened yet, things that may happen, things that just happened. No, let's talk about right now. Do you like this oxygen right now? Are you enjoying this beautiful breath that we're breathing? Are you enjoying the wonderful birds, bees, leaves, and trees? Shout out Route Smart. Does that make sense? When you get in the present time, it's like a free fall. You're like, oh, sheesh. Woo. Man, this beautiful ether that I'm inhaling into this beautiful bodysuit that's enriching my soul, on my spirit, on my purpose is so stupendous. Does that make sense? So when people start talking to you about their problems and they talk about what their parents did when they were 6 years old and their husband that died 2 weeks ago and he cheated on her with, I don't want to hear none of that. I know, Rusty. Of course it works. When you have faith, it works. When you have faith, everything works. Everything aligns. So I appreciate you and your appreciation. I appreciate you and your appreciation. Thank you, Whitney Strength. When you have faith, there's people right now in the comments saying, I prayed for you. I prayed for these moments. They didn't pray for me. They prayed for these moments. And that's what's happening. When you're thinking about the future, when you're thinking about the past, when you're thinking about what happened yesterday, you're still thinking about it in the present. So why would you use your present unwisely? When you're thinking about what Susie said about your performance, come on, man. Come on. You're using the present to do it. Why would you give your gift to another time zone? Why would you give your gift to another time limit? Why would you do that? Why would you transfer your gift to another placement in time? Stay in the present. It's such a beautiful place to be. But what happens is, let me show you about the manipulation so you can see how it works. When you get in these screens that you're slipping through, they move things faster. They speak faster. Things are happening faster. There's more stimulation. You're going like this, and it's going like this, it's going like this, and you lose track of your time and your present. That's why you keep scrolling, because it's got a venomous stung in your neck, and it's telling you stay connected, and then we're going to speed up your time, and you're giving up your time on this earth. You're giving up your time. That's why they're black screens. They're black for a reason. You get what I'm saying? So we have to learn that these small portals are literally just places to take a little bit of your energy. So when I signed up for my purpose, I came equipped with a whole bunch of weaponry. I came equipped with a whole bunch of special forces capabilities in my metaphysical alchemy to say, listen, so I'm supposed to go deep dive inside of this place called Instagram where they're all crazy, and I gotta go do that. And the universe said, hey, those are little things. You came protected. You work out. You do your bed. You come from a long history of skullduggery and malfeasance. You know how to walk with faith in the treacherous places. No matter how dark the valleys of the shadows of death are, you know what you're doing because you signed on your dotted line to go down there and to pull people out. That's why I'm here. You're wondering, it's wake up time. That's why I'm here. I came on Instagram where the algorithm is like, nope, we're gonna keep people. So pay attention, because if I'm on Instagram and you're on Instagram and we're on Instagram together, that means that there's some synchronicity between us. It means that there's some alignment with our purposes on why we're here. It's time to raise the vibration, to elevate this playing station, this reality station in which we live in. Lots of love to you, Bash PDK. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just like to be great. All right. So, are there any questions? I know we're having a lot of conversations in the comments, but are we centered? Do we feel better after today? Are we having a great time? Is it feeling good? Do you like the feeling, the energy of the 432? Are you understanding your breath better? Today, you learned how to break out of handcuffs. You learned about navigating different scams. If you've been following my lives all day today, I've given out 5 lives. I started at 4 o'clock this morning, this rising. I started at 4 o'clock this rising. I'll be again tomorrow. You learned a whole bunch today. And I can do this every day because why? I signed up for it. And it feels good. It tickles me pink or black or charcoal. It just tickles me. It doesn't matter what color it is. So anyway, I love you all. And I appreciate these opportunities in these time zones that we're able to interact and transact our energetic vibrations with one another. Namaste. Everybody, you have a wonderful evening. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.